love to sell you down the river on a school-centered program. Why? It's cheaper. School center means we're all about, well, what are his math scores and what are his language arts scores? Oh, great. Well, we're going to design a program just for him that's academic. Still doesn't have a skill set involved, and he still doesn't really know how to do anything with all that academia that he has up here. But we're going to call it a person-centered planning. And don't let the door hit you when you exit at 18 or 22. And don't call us. So if you don't go this route, which is a vocational training route, and we're getting sold on this, everyone's like, well, I have a person-centered planning in my IEP. Well, you want to try for the other one.
Right.
You want to try to have the public school system be teaching your child how to do something that's going to equate to a job and a life. Because a person-centered planning isn't.
Yeah.
That's the issue. We're all going here, and everyone's like, well, they're like, if they don't get it and they don't understand, and the parents are in the dark, we're going to be able to.
Can't you stop the academic and then put them in a vocational?
Well, that's what they're
Yeah, but
advocating.
go
It
find-
doesn't exist.
Yes, but Nancy, go find one. You can't get into Miller. The waiting list is 300 kids. He only takes 200, and it's 18 to 22. So when I go back, full circle back to, I went to the mayor's office.
Right.
Because I said, I want to advocate the school board in LA Unified School District to open more vocational training programs, have them be middle school to high school, and don't tell me it's not inclusive program, because I have a good idea about that. We keep the 12-year-olds off the streets and out of the gangs by bringing them into a vocational training and making it a full inclusion program.
Right.
Middle school and high school, all the kids that aren't going to go to academic route, they come to the vocational training and learn how to do something. The kids that we are losing to the gangs, we lose them to the gangs. Why? They just want to be around kids. So they can't do the academic. They get on the street. The gang guy comes over. He goes, "Hey, come over here and kick this guy over here.
Come over
on
here
his
and
knees
sell
tell me
crack
that you did
and
it."
make a fortune.
And then the biggest positive behavior support the kid has ever had is, "Hey, man, you're rocking. Want to be in our gang?" Because the school didn't want him.
Right.
Because we don't have any positive behavior support in our public school setting. It's all punishment. So here we go back to vocational training, we open up a middle school and a high school setting. It can be on the same campus. Birmingham has it's a huge campus. We've got all these different skill sets in
Right.
schools.
So what can parents do to help?
Start petitioning the school boards. The school board members are your best friend, because Beaudry is not listening in LA Unified. For those
Okay.
of you that are viewers, that's LA
Right.
Unified,
Right.
the 800-pound gorilla. They don't want to hear about an opening of vocational training program. That's a lot of dollar
But
signs.
wait a minute, doesn't the mayor understand that the less kids that are employed, the worse the economy gets?
I
I
spent
mean,
a-
this is common sense.
Right.
There you go. This doesn't take a Rhodes Scholar. It doesn't.
Our
And-
economy's going to go, we've all been saying this
If
for
we have
years.
to
If our kids
cradle
can't
to
be
grave,
employed, with the
all-
numbers
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
of autism rates, and if none of those kids are employed,
Why aren't we
why do
teaching
we
them
think
how to
that? Why
do
do we think
something?
China and everybody else is going to take over the entire country?
Mr. Obama, could I just have 5 minutes with you? Or Ed Gov, at the very, very least. It's not a concept that doesn't make any sense at all. It makes total sense. Makes total sense to train our kids. It makes total sense. What happened was we went into the beginning of the 2000s into a pendulum swing in academia that was a full inclusion swing, which is good.
Yeah.
It served its purpose. It's done well. Not all of our kids fit in a full inclusion setting, I have to say. I think it has to be case by case. Many of our kids do not thrive in a full inclusion setting, but if they do, that's where they should be. They should have the choice. Now we're all the way over here, but we've left out training and giving skill sets to individuals that are not going to go four-year academic route.
Right.
So we have to go back to the drawing board and say, how are we going to serve these kids that are fully included and do well? And we've taught the social skill sets that they can be employed and be at Toyota, and that's a whole nother thing. I love that Microsoft is employing. These are the Asperger's, and they're looking for the next
Yeah,
genius.
what-
That's not the majority of our kids. Majority of our kids fall right
Right.
here.
You're
We
right.
want to serve those guys. It's great that Microsoft's doing that. How many kids are going to get a job? 50.
Yeah. You're
How
talking,
many kids? 1 in 68.
Right.
So, I mean, that's ludicrous to even say, well, we're doing a good job now. Microsoft's employing
But aren't
them.
there specialized, we've had Torkil Sine from Special Eastern, you know of that program in Denmark?
Heard about that program.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
He has the father of a son with autism. And he
He's the
started.
Lego guy.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
He trains
Lego
them
guy.
using Legos to get ready
Yeah.
to go in for
Love all
SAP.
that.
And,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
specialized computer skills. That's
Yes.
what we need to be teaching our kids. And he had developed a test to determine what they're best at. Now, We have not had him on the show in, gosh, a long
It's
time.
been over
but
a year now,
You should
but-
talk to him.
I'd love to talk to him. The thing is I love that it's computer skill based. Not all of our kids are going to be computer
Right.
skill based.
No, mine's not.
See, the thing is we're all going to, like, we're grabbing on to, like,
Right.
well, my kid's a good artist. Well, he's
Right.
a good, we're groveling, people. We're groveling. That shouldn't be it. It should be we're serving everybody on the spectrum from here to here in every way that we possibly can. And if his skill set's not going to be computerization in some art, and he's not great at that,
Right.
then what are we going to do for him?
Yeah.
Because is he going to spend the next 60 or she 60 years of his life doing nothing at the back of his parents' house? That's not good enough for a country like this. It's absolutely not good
It's
enough for
unacceptable.
America.
It's unconscionable.
It is.